I did a video a couple of days back featuring Romeo Miller and Vanessa Simmons, where she was confronting Romeo Miller about his relationship with her sister, who is the young lady on screen right now, Angela Simmons. Now, I got a comment on that video that really is just too good to pass up, But at the same time, I want to make a pretty good sized video here. So what we're gonna do is, instead of doing the high school thing, having other people speak for her, Miss Simmons here is going to go and speak to Mr. Miller herself. So let's see how this works out, huh?
I'm planning to confront Romeo right now.
Oh, did you hear it? Right now. Oh, she is clearly feeling some way. Now, if you are unfamiliar, he just wants nothing to do with her. He doesn't reach out to her. He doesn't speak to her at all. I am not familiar with the, integral parts of what their relationship was. Like I said, I don't watch reality TV at all. The only reason I know that, these people exist is because Lil Romeo, remember back in the day, he was like a rapper and stuff. His dad's Master P, and she was on Run's house. So deal is that apparently they were friends. They had a relationship, and it went south. These things happen, but they are completely like, in the video that I did, her sister Vanessa was just completely, it wasn't sinking in as to why he wouldn't want to interact with her, like, at all. And during my speculation, I said that it seemed as if he really had feelings for it, but she went off doing whatever. She wanted to be empowered. She wanted to do whatever the hell she wanted to do. And as a man, okay, cool, that's good on you, but that's not what I want in my life. I really don't want to have any part in it. So let's continue.
What seems to be the problem?
Thank you for coming.
No, what seems to be the problem?
Really?
Yes.
At my going away party?
Yes.
Right.
You haven't answered a phone call or a text. You didn't even invite me here.
We could talk about this in real life if you want to hit me up.
But
That's nice. He's like, yo, we can talk about this in real life. You want to hit me up? Trust me, he's going to completely ignore, because the deal is that from what I've been able to gather, she went and had another man's baby. There was like a flashback in the video that I did previously where, apparently it was a little Bow Wow. I mean, not a little Bow, Shad Moss. Like, she was like messing around with him, and she seems as if she wanted to have her cake and eat it too. And from all accounts, yeah, he was into her, but she decided to go her own way, and respect.
you didn't answer your phone in real life.
Can we enjoy this party?
I can't enjoy it. I'm really gonna leave because I didn't know
That's
about
fine,
this
but
information until I got here.
Thank
So
you
you
for coming.
wanted to have
So she's just like letting it all out, letting those emotions flow, right? And he's just, thank you for coming. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you coming through. Bet. Like, as far as anything beyond all that, nah, it's just hella complicated. And she's the one, I think she has a kid. I don't know. Is that Shad's kid? I don't know. I don't pay attention to these things, and I don't care enough to look it up. But the reason that I do these videos and videos like this is because we've all been there. Particularly if you're a dude, you have been there. You have cared and loved someone who, regardless of all the advice you give them, the direction you'd like them to go in, they're going to go their own way and do their own thing. And all you can do is really respect it. And like, all right, bet, but that's what you want for you, but that's not what I want for me. And thusly, I can't, and I personally don't want to sit here and watch you do it. So I'm going to be all right.
spectacle and tell my sister on
Come on, it's
camera.
not that.
No, it isn't serious. You talking about you don't like the way I move, how the pictures I post, you won't follow me. Like, let's talk about it. Cause you said that.
I unfollowed everybody.
Like, I unfollowed you. I unfollowed everybody. So you can't even say I pointed you out like that. Like, Like he like is clearly someone who just doesn't want to, be involved at all. And her, it's not sinking in her brain because yeah, there was once this apparently it so it seems there was once a really strong emotion. He got them cheeks, man. He definitely clapped cheeks and stuff. Maybe one of the first or second or something like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like way down on the list. And her, she's just like, well, I want that opening. And there's no. It really doesn't sink in.
Cool, but you talking about me and to my sister when you have my number.
I appreciate you coming here, Ash.
And I appreciate me leaving.
I appreciate you. Like, golly, respect to Mr. Miller, right? I mean, no little Romeo, it's nothing like that. No, respect to Mr. Miller, man. I don't know what the hell he does, but shoot, what the hell does he have to do? Like, they should be sitting rather well.
Let's go. Yeah, we're on the stage. All right, we're gonna go do this.
Like, I'm not okay with it. I'm really mad.
Of course you are. It's just a ball of emotions, and guess what? You already drained. Like that's from what you could just pick up from the bruh, right? You already drained so much emotion out of him because he was saying like he may have probably cried. Like, dang, yo, like I really wanted her. I really wanted something else, something different for her. But yo, you can't sit there, be this empowered woman and everything else like that, but then expect people to still want to be around you and still want to do for you after, it's very, very clear you're going, your own way. Wake Tower, right?
I'm planning.
Okay, so yeah, So with that being said, let's get to the other part of this video, which is this. Hey Peaches, Miss Kong, this is a comment that was left on the channel, and I really want to get into this. Are you ready? He isn't logical. Now, I'm assuming that Peaches Kong is I don't know. Like, I don't know how many people want to sit there and call themselves Peaches. No man who hasn't imbibed, the schmeat is going to call himself Peaches. All right. So Peaches Kong, I believe this is coming from the feminine, right? Okay. Thank you, Daniel John. You can go now. All right. He isn't logical. He's been keeping her on a line for so long. The baby she had was kinda oops, but if he'd made it work with her, it wouldn't have been this way. Once again, the baby she had was kinda oops, but if he'd made it work... Babies aren't oops! Babies are people! What are you talking about? Children are people. Children are human beings. And when they are entering this world, there are certain things that they deserve, namely to be born out of love, right? To be born from two people who love each other and love each other enough to want to see a combination of the two of them. That's ultimately what each and every human being should be. Yes, I know what life is, okay? Like, I'm not I'm not sitting here and trying to denigrate those who didn't come of such circumstances, but when it comes to, an optimal upbringing, that is the way. And that's why it's been so important for ladies to have a bit of prudence in who they decide to, be with. Because like what I always feel from Mr. Miller, what I felt from him in the last two videos, right, is this, yeah, I really wanted to do that like, I wanted that to be my kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, every guy has, I think, one of these. I think most guys, I don't want to say every guy, because that's too broad of a brush to paint. But a lot of guys have these. Like, man, that was like, bruh, like, took a virginity. I did the whole thing. Like, yo, that should be my kid. But no, and here's the kicker, is the expectation of, men to put themselves in that position with some other man's child. First, you do it to the kid, which I feel is the person who loses the most in those scenarios, is the children. When, the baby she had was kind of oops. Oh my God. It's a person. It's a human being. It shouldn't have been a oops. Particularly when she had clearly had the options available to her that she had. Because I don't even think Shad's the baby father. But either ways, and if he made it work with her, why is it on him to make it work with her? If she's not doing what he says, right? Like, not what he says, but like what he would like out of, you know what I'm saying, someone he'd want to deal with. If she's not willing to be that person, if she has no interest in being that person, then why should he have any interest in making anything work? Right? Angela always made herself available to him. He flirted with her to the max. Like, I don't know any of this crap because, like, what? I don't watch these shows. Like, he did put out that energy that he wanted her, but never stepped up to make things official. He probably didn't, he was already clapping cheeks, more than likely, so that's about as official as it needs to be. They both were single at the same time at some point. He didn't really want her the way she wanted him, and Rome never admitted that part. This is just an excuse for him to run away. Oh, I'm sorry, Peaches. I'm sorry, Peaches, but no. I'm not picking that up at all. What I get from the situation is like, yo, you back in the day, he wanted to get up with her. He probably did clap cheeks once or twice. You know, I want to see how this roll out. But she was off doing her own thing. She want to be, you know, social media star, like, and have her chesticles all out, just like her sister Vanessa. And that, oh my goodness, I still got shivers, flashbacks to her in that blue joint. But either ways though. Like there is there is a line, and you know what? It's his right to not deal with her, and she doesn't understand that because it comes from an emotional place. She feels as if, oh well, he once had these types of emotions for me. He should always have these types of emotions for me, and that's just not the way it works. Particularly when you've been burnt, but so many times when you've been hurt quite a few times, and ladies popping out a baby, yeah, that is a killer. It really is, because at that moment you basically set your price, all right, and your value on the sexual market just completely drops to damn near nothing because you got all that to worry about. And as far as guys go, let's be real, stick and move, you know, pump and dump, dude. Like, yo, I ain't trying to raise your kid, even though some of us, myself included, have been caught up in such situations. But it is what it is. So Peaches, your name's Peaches, and you're the best all the DJs want to feel your breasts. Anyways, I do appreciate the comment, but it is definitely he's being insanely logical here, and that's really about it that we got for this video. So with that being said, we're gonna bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff. If you like to toss it, I like this, like, go ahead and do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice and you want to get videos like this every single day. Share because sharing is caring, and YouTube and BitChute and like aren't the biggest fans of your boy over here. Bang the bell for notifications and speak. Let me know, what do you think in the comments? Peaches, this video is for you. Ultimately, I started it off because I needed a pretty decent thumbnail, even though, like, seriously, like the Vanessa chicks look way better than her sister. Like, but did the Vanessa chick have a kid yet? I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't really care. But once again, get an opportunity to, you know, point out and just really break down, you know, just my man Mr. Miller standing strong on having a standard and deciding to go through with those standards. Respect to you, sir. But you may feel differently, or you may be Peaches. Have fun in the comments, and until the next one.